Welcome back. P3 recently had a chance to visit Israel courtesy of Canadian Friends of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Located at one of the Hebrew University's main campuses is the Hadassah University Hospital, Mount Scopus. This is where Dr. Ronit Koshman, a pioneering gynecologist, sees both Jewish and Arab patients. On a daily basis, she faces a constant stream of cases that pit traditional religious beliefs against modern medical technology. Doctor, we are in a beautiful hospital here, right adjacent to the Hebrew University. You specialize in issues of infertility, and you work in 3 different communities, very distinct communities that have very different needs. Tell me a little bit about the complexities that you have to deal with when it comes from all these different communities.
You just defined it right, because Hadassah Hospital here in Mount Scopus is very multicultural. We deal with all kinds of populations here, and if you do fertility medicine, so you get a right eye into all kinds of fertility issues within the different mentalities that those populations may have.
Take me into some of them.
Yeah, sure, I will. One of the most amazing stories that is actually quite common in our fertility clinic that's just adjacent to this hospital in a neighborhood that is called Sheikh Jarrah. It's in an East Jerusalemite neighborhood. And so there you may see ladies that come to your clinic and ask you for assistance. So one story was that a lady like this said that she had an irregular cycle. And she needs help to regulate her cycle. And she had already, when she came into the clinic, she has had a lot of experience with fertility treatments for like 2 years. And I was, of course, she had a problem, and I was willing to give her a hand. And then she said that she is 16.
16
yes,
years
16.
old.
She was married at the age of 14.
Oh my goodness.
And this is not very uncommon in this specific section of the Arab population in East Jerusalem.
But I mean, are you then wrestling with this dilemma of saying,
yes, I
want to get you pregnant because this is what you want, and yet you're 16 years old?
This brought up a lot of debate among us fertility doctors in Hadassah. And we actually brought it up to the literature because we thought that this inconvenience of delivering therapy to somebody that is so young, to a child.
Right,
the child of the age of 16.
I mean, you have a...
And I have a daughter of 16, and she needs contraception.
Not fertility help.
Not fertility help.
Wow.
That's why this story is not rare. By all means, this is not a rare story.
And yet, if you don't, if a person like that doesn't get help, she could be divorced, she could be pushed out of her own community because her value comes from being a mother.
True, and if she is helped and she gets pregnant, there are other issues. She will be, she will leave school, she will quit school, that's one thing. And you would think, getting pregnant, would it be for her own good interest? Because if she's pregnant, she's so young, the pregnancy outcome is worse than if she was older.
Wow, right.
And actually, this specific patient, she got pregnant by cutting-edge technologies, by IVF, in vitro fertilization in this hospital. And she became pregnant, and she delivered at the 30th week of pregnancy. That means like 2 months earlier. So she had a little baby boy that weighed less than 2 kilos in the neonatal intensive care unit for about a month. And then this child may have a child that is invalid.
Wow. I mean, the complexity that you're having to deal with here is there's so many layers.
And the problem is that you cannot ask the patient for consent. Is she in an age that she is allowed to give you a consent? This is a funny story, funny legal story. If this patient is a mom, she can give a consent for surgery for her child. but she cannot for herself.
She needs her
She
parents
needs her parents to come and give consent for
Oh my goodness.
surgical procedure.
Wow.
So this gets really beyond imagination.
That's
For example,
that's amazing, yeah.
when people like children like this come to our clinic here, we need their parents to consent for the IVF treatment. The beauty of what we do here is that we don't judge.